Indiana lawmakers approve First Nation abortion ban due to the fact Roe overturned. The Republican-controlled Indiana Senate gave very last legislative approval on Friday to a bill that might ban maximum abortions, 6 weeks after a U.S. Supreme Court decision erased a girl's constitutional right to terminate her being pregnant. The bill, followed on a 2,819 vote hours after clearing the kingdom's House of Representatives, might make Indiana the first U.S. country to impose this sort of ban because the landmark 1973 Roe v. Wade case legalizing abortion national become overturned on June 24. A decision on whether or not to sign the measure into regulation is now up to Republican Governor Eric Holcomb. Indiana's legislature followed the decree all through a unique session its Republican leaders called after the Supreme Court's conservative majority, in a Mississippi case titled Dobbs v. Jackson, immediately cleared the way for all states to regulate abortion as they see in shape. West Virginia is probable days far from passing a near-total abortion ban, and some 10 other Republican-led states have already carried out in addition strict prohibitions that have been on the books earlier than Dobbs changed Roe as the law of the land. The so-called Hoosier State became a flashpoint for the renewed country-wide abortion debate in past due June while a 10-year-old rape victim from neighboring Ohio traveled to Indiana to terminate her being pregnant because her home nation banned abortions after 6 weeks of gestation, without exceptions for sexual attack or incest. The girl becomes simply 3 days beyond Ohio's 6-week abortion restrict, which had been blocked from enforcement earlier than Roe was struck down but then took effect hours after the Dobbs ruling. Current Indiana law, in effect pending the governor's signature at the newly exceeded abortion invoice, SB 1, allows abortions up to 22 weeks after a patient's final menstrual length, with several additional restrictions. SB 1 might ban abortions altogether, with exceptions allowed in instances of fetal abnormalities taken into consideration lethal, or to save you serious physical fitness risks to the mom. Exceptions are also permitted for underage victims of rape or incest, but only up to 10 weeks of pregnancy. Physicians observed to have violated the decree can be charged with a criminal and face the revocation of their clinical license. Final passage by way of lawmakers in Indianapolis came 3 days after abortion foes suffered a prime blow inside the first statewide electoral check on the difficulty in view that Roe fell. Voters in Kansas, every other predominantly conservative Midwestern country, rejected a ballot decree on Tuesday in search of to dispose of abortion rights protections from their nation's constitution. The American Civil Liberties Union of Indiana and Planned Parenthood Alliance Advocates East organized a protest on the Indiana State House on Friday evening to oppose an abortion ban. Earlier in the day, dozens of abortion rights advocates rallied at the Capitol, chanting, "Shame on you," as participants of the House handed the invoice, consistent with video posted to Twitter, NYSE, TWTR. SB 1 is a merciless and dangerous attack on liberty and freedom. We won't preventing until absolutely everyone can get right of entry to the abortion care they want without politicians interfering, the ACLU of Indiana wrote on Twitter.